Okay, Raypower 100.5 FM Power Play. I told you we had a big fish up in the studio. Now, I would have loved to be the person to begin to do the whole introduction and everything, but I think it's important for us to get to hear what it is from the horse's mouth. He's actually in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to meet up with the big fish. How fun, huh? Where did they, Shale?
I'm good, man. It's your boy.
We know they hear you. We know they hear you.
It's your boy Leo Da Silva. I'm up in the building. Raypower. Thank you so much for having me, man. It's a privilege.
What's been happening? What's been happening? Leo Da Silva. Who is Leo Da Silva? Because we won't understand. Because we get plenty Leo Da Silva. Somebody if you come from it be Leo Da Silva.
Leo Da
so
Silva,
let's understand who the Leo Da Silva is.
Your favorite entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Ex Big Brother housemate, obviously.
Ex Big Brother house.
Housemate.
Okay, did you hear that? I think let's just let this everybody people just put your hands together. It's all right. You're welcome to the studio. Leo is not alone. He comes in. He when celebrities come around, they come with entourage. But somebody in the entourage will be talking to us. Yes, let's get to meet up with you.
Yeah, my name is Busayo. I'm Busayo Murakenyo. I work for Connected Development.
I like that name. That name sounds like one name in history.
Okay.
In the ancient Oyo Empire.
Can you imagine? I feel like a Bashorunga.
That kind of thing like this. It's all right. So tell me, what's up, Leo? What are you guys doing in ABJ? Because you cannot be coming to ABJ without doing something.
Yeah, obviously everyone knows.
I know ABJ is home. ABJ is home, but then
ABJ is not home for me. But
ABJ is Nigeria.
Nigeria is home.
So anywhere you go, anywhere you are in Nigeria is home for you.
Yeah,
as
true.
As it is right now.
As it is right now, obviously everywhere is home for me. But yeah, I obviously have a major reason for coming to ABJ this time around, and the major reason is the partnership I just signed with Connected Development. So I'm going to be championing their movement, which is the amendment of the UB Act.
Okay.
And that is majorly to increase the education, the free education from 9 years to 12 years. So basically, the UB Act is setting up a next generation. In fact, it set up my generation to fail, because when you're encouraging people that you're only going to pay for the education till GS3, you're telling them that
from
that GS3 you should actually you should actually maybe drop out. Think about it. So now we're trying to extend it to 12 years to the whole yard, because the world is evolving. Junior secondary school education is not enough. It's not enough for you to keep up with the amount of technology, with the amount of exposure, and it's something that we need to understand. Education is the greatest form of empowerment.
So what's your take on youth participation in governance?
It's very important. It's very, very important.
How important do you think it is?
It's extremely important, because you cannot underestimate how the level of importance. First of all, you have to be making. You cannot leave old people to make policies that they would not be alive to actually feel the backlash if it goes bad. You understand? So it's kind of a thing where you can't hold anyone accountable if they are dead. So the youths have to be part of the policy making that's going to affect their future.
Their future, very true. Very
you understand?
True.
So that's just the main correlation for me. I cannot look at someone, maybe my father's age, God rest his soul. He cannot tell me that, okay, you know what, for the next 20 years, Nigeria should close their borders. Let us not be importing anything and blah, blah. And, let's say that has a very, very transverse effect on the economy and whatnot, and he dies like 5 years later. It's not going to affect him. He's gone to rest.
He's gone.
But it's going to affect us.
Very true.
The youths that are just coming up, the youths that probably is going to be one of their major.
You are talking with so much passion. Have you had this in your mind even before you went to Big Brother house? I don't understand.
Before I went into the house, I've been a businessman, and one of the aspects of my business is I take my CSR very serious, my corporate social responsibility very serious. Yeah, and
okay. Now I want to understand something. What I am meant to understand is mostly corporate social responsibilities for big companies, like big brands.
It doesn't.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what are those things you do when you say you take your CSR seriously? Let me get.
One of the major things that I do is that I get involved in the policy making of my community. So because I grew up in a particular zone, and maybe I might be a corporate person, the only thing I recognize the fact that the only thing that differentiates me from everyone I grew up with is my opportunities, and I don't let myself use the opportunities to oppress them. I use it to actually increase their voice. You understand? I speak for them. And little forms of empowerment. It's not for just big companies. You don't have to be very big for you to actually affect your neighborhood. To impact your neighborhood. You don't have to. I don't have to have 50 billion. Even if it is 5 keke Maro I can buy, I'll buy it. It is just important for you to start. You cannot say you're going to be paying tithe only when you are receiving 1 billion naira.
Okay, back to the house. Back to the house.
Yeah.
You were this laid back kind of person.
Yeah.
They too make noise.
Yeah.